This conference will now be recorded.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Pirsha, 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 पीर शाह 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 शुक्रान लिल्लाह वल्हम्दुलिल्लाह शुक्रान लिल्लाह वल्हम्दुलिल्लाह या अली मदद साहब
या अली मदद या अली मदद। सुभान अल्लाह सुभान अल्लाह सुभान अल्लाह। बहुत खूब। तमाम दोस्तों को या अली मदद।
और अली मदद।
या अली मदद या अली मदद। मौला के मुबारक नाम से आगाज करते हैं। नूर मौलाना शाह करीम हुसैनी हाजिर इमाम हाजिर इमाम। या मौलाए मेहरबान या मौलाए मेहरबान मदद फरमा। अलयुल कय्यूम अली अल्लाह मदद फरमा। नूर मौलाना शाह करीम हुसैनी हाजिर इमाम। तौफीक ताहीद हिम्मत व यारी मौला। तौफीक ताहीद हिम्मत व यारी मौला। या मौला मदद मौला। या मौला मदद। अलयुल कय्यूम अली अल्लाह मदद। आज हम कंटिन्यू करेंगे फरमान नंबर 39 कलाम इमाम मुबीन उर्दू बुक, and the same farman is in English in Kalam Imam Mubin English translation, and under that farman number is 38. We were reading about the Quran and how to speak to have a conversation with other outside our tariqah. हजरत इमाम आका सुल्तान मोहम्मद शाह सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि अल्लाहुम्मा सल्ली अला मुहम्मदिन व आले मुहम्मद further says कि मिसाल के तौर पर अगर हम किसी हिंदू को जो कुरान को नहीं मानता, अगर उनके पास कुरान शरीफ की बातें करेंगे तो वो नहीं मानेंगे, क्योंकि इस किताब पर उनका इत्काद नहीं है। इसी तरह तमाम अध्ययन में से अध्ययन है, लेकिन अगर तुम उनसे उनके दीन के मुतालिक बातें करोगे तो असर होगा। आपको याद होगा कि पिछले हफ्ते हमने कुछ प्रिंसिपल्स को याद किया था। वो ये था कि अगर हम किसी और से जो इस्माइली तरीके के अंदर नहीं है और अगर उससे हम अपने गिनानों फरामीन के बारे में बात करेंगे और कहेंगे कि हमारा इमाम, हमारा तरीका और हमारा यकीन ईमान इन बातों से है तो वो आपको समझ नहीं पाएंगे, बल्कि वो आप पर हंसेंगे। क्यों? कि उनको हमारे ज्ञान, फरामीन, हमारे तरीके के बारे में कुछ भी पता नहीं है। तो इस्माइली तरीके से बाहर जब हम इस्लाम के दूसरे तरीकों के अंदर आते हैं तो हमें किस चीज की जरूरत पड़ती है? कौन सी कॉमन चीज थी? वो कुरान था। So when we step outside the Ismaili tariqa but within the Islamic Ummah, we will not be able to speak to them using the platform of Ginan, Farman, or our tariqa, because they do not know anything about our tariqa or the Ginan. And if you talk to them that my iman is because this Ginan says this or this Farman says this, they will laugh at you because they don't know anything about it. So what platform did we use? Quran was the platform to speak to the general Ummah outside the Ismaili tariqa. Just like that, we had talked about if you want to talk to a Christian, a Jewish, any people of the book, any people of the Abrahamic tradition, then the Abrahamic tradition would be the foundation on which we can stand. And what was that? Believing in one God, believing in prophets, and believing in books, al-kitab. And you will be able to talk to them with that platform. So now you need not only Quran, but the other books along with Quran. Because they believe in one God, you are on the same platform. You believe in prophets, you are on same platform. And you believe in books, you are on same platform. But now when we come outside of the al-kitab, in this example, Imam is telling us, what about Hindus? They don't believe in one God. They don't believe in prophets. They don't believe in the books. So how would you speak to them? Then we have to use how did our peer spoke to them? How did they convert our forefather from Hindu to Ismaili? So what did they do? They learned quickly. जब हमारे पीर इंडो पाक में आए तो ये वो मुसलमान नहीं थे कि जो अल्लाह को मानते थे, जो किताबों को मानते थे, जो पैगंबरों को मानते थे। तो इन पीरों ने किस तरह से हमारे बाप दादाओं को हिंदू से इस्माइली बनाया, उनके तरीके को क्विकली ऑब्जर्व किया, सीखा, और इसके बाद उनकी बातों को, उनके टर्म्स को इस्तेमाल करते हुए, by using their own terms and terminologies, they were able to convert them. So what was the initial talk? Oh, so in your religion, in your belief, R, A, B, C, D, whatever that was. And look, let me show you. So what they did, they talked about their avatar, their Ram and Krishna, and say, oh, Ram and Krishna. Okay, they are same as our Imam. Those were our Imam in the past. So we are on the same platform now. because you believe in Ram and Krishna, and there were the Imams, there were the prophets, 6,000 years ago. So we are on the same platform now. By using that platform, they converted them into Ismaili. So they found a common प्लेटफॉर्म. तो जब वो वहां गए, उनके मजहब को देखा, उनके मजहब को ऑब्जर्व किया, उनको सीखा, और ये कहते हुए कि अच्छा, आपके यहाँ जो राम और कृष्ण आए थे, ये तो हमारे ही इमाम थे, ये तो हमारे ही प्रॉफिट्स थे. तो फिर हम इस प्लेटफॉर्म पे खड़े रह के बात कर सकते हैं. और इस तरह से उन्होंने उनको कन्वर्ट किया. आज व्हाई आर वी टॉकिंग अबाउट दिस टुडे? सवाल ये नहीं है कि उन्होंने 600 साल पहले क्या किया था. सवाल ये है कि आज हम इस फरमान को क्यों पढ़ रहे हैं और आज हमें इस फरमान से क्या फायदा होने वाला है. That is the question, right? Why are we reading and learning about this today? We are not going to Indo-Pak and converting anyone. For that matter, we are not converting anyone, period. हम किसी को भी अपने तरीके की दावत नहीं कर रहे हैं. तो फिर इस फरमान को पढ़ने से हमें क्या फायदा होगा. आज जो जंग है वो हमारे अंदर है. Today the battle is within ourselves, and you will see how and why we are reading this Farman and why it is so important for us to understand this. Let's read a paragraph or two and then we will talk about this. Inshallah, we will see the reason to emphasize on this Farman. आगे मौला फरमाते हैं, तुम में से 10 लोग बाहर निकले तो हम उनको हमारा दीन बराबर समझाएं. इस तरह से 10-12 साल में हमारे दीन की बहुत तरक्की हो. तुम में से 5 या 10 अफराद ऐसे चाहिए कि जिनको दुनिया की कोई जंजाल फिक्र ना हो, इस तरह कमाई धंधे की फिक्र ना हो, और जब वो हमारे मजहब की बातें करे और उनको वाजे करे और लोगों पर असर करे, वो गिनान पढ़े और तारीख पढ़े ताकि उन इस बात का इल्म हो सके कि असल के यानी पहले के लोग किस तरह चलते थे. Now at this time our Ismailis were living amongst 99% majority Hindu in Indo-Pak. Amongst them were other Muslims and lot of Christians. At that time in Indo-Pak, what we call Pakistan, India, and some other countries around. It was a one subcontinent. लेकिन चूंकि हमारा जो तरीका है कि हम हमेशा एक बंद जगह पर रहते हैं, we confine ourselves to a very closed door तरीका. our ईमान no problem, हमारे ईमान का कोई मसला नहीं है. हम अपने मजहब के अंदर बराबर पक्के मजबूत होकर चलते हैं, लेकिन हम कभी भी बाहर जाकर उसको सीखते नहीं है कि हमारा तरीका कितना अच्छा है. कब पता चलेगा कि हमारा तरीका कितना अच्छा है? जब आपके पास दो चीजों को कंपेयर करने के लिए कुछ होगा. When would you know how good and true this Sirat al-Mustaqim is? Until you have something to compare with. So Mullah says, only if we had 10 to 12 people, few of you, who could go outside, then I will teach you. Mola is offering to teach them. How amazing is this? That I will explain to you our deen. So you will see and you could compare. And then when you talk, और इसके बाद जब आप इस इल्म के साथ बाहर जाएंगे तो आपको पता चलेगा कि हमारा मजहब कितना अच्छा है और आप लोगों के ऊपर एक पॉजिटिव असर छोड़ेंगे. Unfortunately, what happened? That now if we live in Muslim country, we are afraid to talk about our tariqah. If we are living in other non-Muslim country, we are afraid to talk about our religion. If I'm not correct in my statement, then tell me how. अगर हम पाकिस्तान या किसी मिडिल ईस्टर्न कंट्रीज के अंदर जाते हैं तो हम अपने तरीके के बारे में बात नहीं कर सकते हैं. हम डरते हैं क्योंकि हमने कभी अपने मजहब को बाहर जाकर नहीं देखा, कंपेयर नहीं किया. We did not learn the Quran. If someone asks you, can you prove that your religion, your tariqa is the true tariqa of Islam, would you be able to prove that from the Quran? क्या आपको अगर कोई पूछता है कि आप अपने तरीके को इस्लाम का सच्चा तरीका बता सकते हैं, प्रूव कर सकते हैं, तो आप डर जाते हैं, आप नहीं प्रूव कर सकते हैं क्योंकि हमने कभी इमाम की बातों को फॉलो नहीं किया. हमने फरमान जरूर पढ़े, मैं ये नहीं कहूंगा कि हमने फरमान नहीं पढ़े थे, और मैं ये भी नहीं कहूंगा कि हमने अपने मजहब को अच्छी तरह से नहीं पाला. हमने अपने मजहब की तमाम शराइत को, जो भी हमारी शरीयतें हैं, दुआ पढ़ना, दस्तों डालना, मजालिस, वी आर गुड इस्माइलीस when it comes to the practice of our तरीका. लेकिन जब हम फरमान की बात करते हैं तो वी पिक एंड चूज कि ये फरमान मेरे लिए अच्छा है, मैं मानूंगा. ये फरमान मेरे लिए बहुत मुश्किल है, हो सकता है ये फरमान मेरे लिए नहीं है. आप ए भाई, ये फरमान आपके लिए है, आप ऐसा करें, इस फरमान को आप माने. ये फरमान मेरे लिए आसान है, इस फरमान को मैं मानता हूं. इंडिविजुअल रिफ्लेक्शन, हम अपने ऊपर नजर करें. और क्या ये बात दुरुस्त है कि जब हम बाहर जाते हैं और आपको अगर कोई कहे इस्लाम यानी कि उम्मा के अंदर कि आप अपने मजहब को, इस्लाम का सच्चा मजहब दिखाएं मुझे कुरान में से, कि आपका तरीका is the correct on Sirat al-Mustaqim from the Quran, because that's the only book they know. They do not know the Quran and Farman. Would you be able to show them your tariqa as the Satpanth din? Would you be able to show that? And what about if they ask, can you show me your Imam in the Quran? Would you be able to show them that? That is the question. सवाल ये है. अब यही फरमान हमको सिखा रहा है आज, और आज हमारे ही अंदर एक जंग छिड़ी हुई है. हमारे बच्चे, हमारे भाई बहन, हमारी जमात के कुछ लोग जो इल्म नहीं रखते हैं, वो आज हमको चैलेंज करते हैं कि आप गलत रास्ते पे हैं. कितने हमारे दीन भाई अफसोस के साथ हमारे मजहब को छोड़ के जाते हैं. क्यों? Why would anyone would leave this true suspend deen. Why would they leave? Because one, they did not learn and follow this Farman. Second, we did not learn and follow this Farman, so we are not able to explain to them. When they come and ask question, we have no answer. So forget about going outside and talking to others and explaining. We cannot even explain to our children, our friends, our brother and sister in the Jamaat. Again, if you think I'm not right in saying this, then tell me how. आप किस तरह से अपने दीन भाई को, जो किसी कमजोरी की वजह से हमारा मजहब छोड़ के जाता है और कहता है कि हम सिरातल मुस्तकीम पर नहीं है, हमारा इमाम, हमारा मजहब, हमारे तरीके सही नहीं है, तो क्या आप उसको प्रूव कर सकेंगे? आपने देखा why this फरमान is so important and relevant even today. आज भी इतना ही जरूरी है यह फरमान जितना आज से 100 साल पहले जरूरी था. Look at what Mola Papa is saying. Come to this time and age. In Karachi, Farman Mola Papa says, learn, 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 learn 11 times. How many times would Imam would have to tell you to learn, to learn, to learn? When will we pay attention? I mean, why do we wake up this early in the morning every weekend? Because you truly wants to learn. And I can say that for at least this group and all of you. Otherwise, why would you be giving your 1 hour of sleep and come to these sessions to do what? To learn, to learn, to learn. So, inshallah, little by little, no one is asking, anyone, Imam is not asking you to become Hafiz Quran. कोई भी आपको ये नहीं कहता है कि आप हाफिज कुरान बन जाएं, आप अरबिक सीख लें, ये कोई भी नहीं कह रहा है. लेकिन कम से कम हमारे पास उन आयतों का, उन सूरों का, उन हदीस का, उन दुआओं का जो हमारे तरीके के अंदर हम पढ़ते हैं रोजाना, जो तस्बीहात हम पढ़ते हैं, कम से कम उसकी अच्छी अंडरस्टैंडिंग हमारे अंदर होनी चाहिए. और कुरान की वो आयतें जो इमाम ने अपने फरामीन के अंदर हमें समझाई है, उसकी अंडरस्टैंडिंग हमारे पास होनी चाहिए. जिस तरह से इमाम ने नफ्सन वाहिदा की बहुत ज्यादा एम्फसाइज किया गोल्डन जुबली के अंदर, एंड द रोप ऑफ इमामत इन द सिल्वर जुबली. डू वी हैव अ गुड अंडरस्टैंडिंग ऑफ दोस आयत? क्योंकि इमाम हमें समझाने के लिए, हमें गाइड करने के लिए, he's using all these different avenues and giving us different Quranic references so we may have those good understanding of the Quran. आगे चलते हैं फरमान के अंदर. तुम जानते हो कि पीर सदरुद्दीन किस गांव के थे. तुम उनकी तारीख पढ़ के तब तुम्हें मालूम होगा, पढ़ोगे तब आपको मालूम होगा. तुम हिंदू थे. पीर सदरुद्दीन ने कुरान शरीफ की तफसीर में से गिनान रचाकर तुम्हें सुनाए. जो अरब हमारे दीन में है वो कुरान शरीफ पर परे हमारा दीन कबूल करते हैं और कुरान शरीफ पर से हमारे हकीकी रास्ते पर चलते हैं, बल्कि वो तुमसे भी ज्यादा ईमानी और इक्तिसाद वाले हैं। यहाँ पर there is a challenge for us, right? That we in Ismaili Tariqa, we can say we have a many kind of Ismailis, but especially we see Khoja Ismailis and other Ismailis. Who are these other Ismailis? The other Ismailis are from the Pir Nasir Khusro tradition, which became Ismaili through Quran. From originally from Syria, they are the original Ismailis from back from the Imam's time in the Middle East. Then there are Persian Ismailis from Iran. Through them came Nasir Khusro, who converted all of the Muslims other than Ismailis into Ismaili Tariqa. How many are them? They are the 80% of the Ismaili Jamaat today. 80%. 4 times more than us. For every one Khoja, there are 4 other Ismailis. Imagine that. So today, majority Ismailis, 80% of the Ismailis are from the other tradition than Khoja tradition. And they became Ismailis using Quran. So now, even if we want to talk to them, our Ismaili brother and sister, majority of them, if we want to talk to them, what platform do we have? अगर हम अपने ही इस्माइली भाई बहनों से बात करना चाहते हैं जो मेजोरिटी में है, आप उसको गुजराती की नाम से नहीं समझा सकेंगे। अगर कोई बात पूछता है तो आप गुजराती की नाम से उसको नहीं समझा सकेंगे। आपको क्या करना होगा? एक चीज जो उनके पास है और हमारे पास है, वो क्या है? कुरान। क्योंकि उनके पास उनके कलाम से मुनाजात है, पर्शियन लैंग्वेज में है, ताजिकी लैंग्वेजेस में है, अरबिक लैंग्वेजेस में है, जो हम नहीं समझते हैं। हमारे पास गुजराती गिनान है जो वो नहीं समझते हैं। लेकिन एक चीज हमारे पास मुश्तरका है, वो क्या है? वो कुरान है। तो अगर हम किसी अपने उन भाई बहनों से बात करते हैं हमारे ही तरीके के अंदर, तो हमें क्या जरूरत पड़ेगी? कुरान की अंडरस्टैंडिंग की जरूरत पड़ेगी। एंड डोंट बी अफ्रेड, नो वन इज asking us to learn Arabic and become Hafiz al-Quran. We just need to know few things from the Quran so we can hold the conversation with our brother and sister within our tariqa. पीर सदरुद्दीन के साथ दूसरे 12 लोग थे, वो भी तुम जैसे ही थे। उन्होंने सबके दीन से वाकिफियत हासिल की। उसके बाद उन्होंने सचपन दीन फैलाया और लोगों को दीन में लाए। अब तुम भी ऐसा करो कि आदमी का ईमान मुस्तकम हो। जिस शख्स से बात करनी है वो उसकी जबान सीखे, तब ही मकसद पूरा होगा। Listen to this word. Listen to this Mubarak Farman. and this line. If you wanted to, I want to take the example of, because majority of us are in Americas, may it be the Canada or the USA. When we came over here, did we started to talk to the other people in Gujarati, Urdu, Persian, Arabic, Kachi, Sindhi, Kathiawari? How did we communicate with this culture in Americas? We learned their language. We learned their culture. We fit into the society, didn't we? Then how do you expect, or how do you make logic to yourself that for the worldly matter we learned anything and everything, we gave our time and 101% effort to fit in to this society. But when it comes to the tariqa and religion, we take no effort. We made zero effort to show them our tariqa. Do you see? There's a very good comparison. That these people, when they went to the India, they learned their religion, their culture, their way of living, and then they spoke to them. They learned their language. They learned their terms and terminologies. फिर उनसे बात की. तब जाकर वो इतने सारे हिंदुओं को इस्माइली सतमंद दीन की तरफ रागिब कर सके. This is a really good example of that. And we know how to do it. Who are better than us when it comes to adjusting in the culture? हम तो कहीं भी जाते हैं एडजस्ट हो जाते हैं, चाहे वो इंडिया हो, चाहे वो मिडिल ईस्ट हो, ऑस्ट्रेलिया हो, यूरोप हो, अमेरिका हो. अगर हमको पुर्तगाल में भी रखेंगे तो हम उनकी जबान भी सीख लेंगे, स्पेनिश सीख लेते हैं हम. हमारे इस्माइली आपको बार्सिलोना में मिलेंगे. फ्रांस में होगे तो फ्रेंच सीख लेते हैं. Who are better than us? We are a very quick learner. हम उनका कल्चर सीख लेते हैं, लेकिन for whatever reason, when it comes to the tariqa and religion, we are not paying attention to that part. Otherwise, we can do this because we are so good at this. When we went to Africa, look how quickly we learned their culture. And then when we came to Europe, we learned quickly. And now in Americas and all over the world, how many different countries that Ismaili lives in? 30 different countries that we know of, maybe even more. आगे मौला फरमाते हैं, एक भगत हो वो सिर्फ गिनान ही के मानी सुनाए तो क्या फायदा. Take this challenge to yourself. Mola is speaking of you. एक अच्छा इस्माइली है, वो सिर्फ गिनान को जानता है और कुछ भी नहीं जानता है. तो मौला फरमाते तो क्या फायदा. जो ईमानी है वो गिनान के मानी कबूल करेंगे, लेकिन जो बेईमानी और अधूरे हो गए उनको सिर्फ गिनान के मानी पर इत्काद नहीं आएगा. अगर इन लोगों को किताबों और कुरान शरीफ से दलाइल देंगे तो उनको यकीन आएगा. आपने देखा, those who are within your community, yeah, we all believe in Gnan, we accept that, and we have good conversation amongst ourselves. But those who do not understand Gnan, how will you hold a conversation with them? How will you do that, right? उसमें कोई शक नहीं है, लेकिन सिर्फ गिनानों के मानी उन पर असर नहीं करेंगी. Ginan, we are not doubting the Ginan, but the problem is only Ginan and no other understanding or comparison is the issue. Mullah says, Alhamdulillah. Sorry, I lost my place. Alhamdulillah, तुम में से बहुत से मोमिन है, लेकिन वो बेयकीनी की हालत में भटकते रहते हैं. ऐसे लोगों को कुरान शरीफ में से साबिती यानी कि सबूत फराम किए जाए तो वो ना भटके. Did we just talk about this few minutes ago? Now do you see the reason we are reading this Farman today? Let me turn my English page so you can see. This paragraph right here. This is why we are reading the Quran. This is why we are reading this Farman, and this is why we are trying to understand this Farman. This is the reason that I was telling you earlier, just a few minutes ago, that amongst us are very many people who are Ismailis, but they are in doubt about our tariqah, about the Imam, about the way we do things. They are in doubt right here. They are in doubt. So if you read this paragraph, this is the reason that we are reading this Farman today. So if we would take the effort to learn and then show them the true tariqah of the Islam is, the Sirat al-Mustaqim is the Ismaili tariqah, then they will have no doubt but to believe. Look at this example Imam is giving. तुम बादाम के छिलके खाते हो, लेकिन बादाम के मग्ज को, लिज्जत को तुमने नहीं चखा है. तुम मग्ज खाओ तो तुम्हें दीन की ज्यादा खबर हो और वो तुम्हें ज्यादा यकीन और खुशी हासिल हो. Now it is upon us. कि what we are doing today, हम सिर्फ बादाम के छिलके खा रहे हैं. We are eating the skin. Just imagine that you have a mango or a banana. You eat the skin of the mango or banana, in this example almond, but do not eat the mango or the banana or the almond. What would that be saying about yourself? That you are eating the skin. When we don't have the core understanding of our tariqah, then what practices we are doing is all superficial. अगर हम आम के छिलके खाएं और आम ना खाएं, केले के छिलके खाएं, बादाम के छिलके खाएं और उसका मग्ज ना खाएं, तो हमारा क्या नाम होना चाहिए? हमारी क्या मजाक होनी चाहिए या क्या मजाक उड़ानी चाहिए? कि ये कौन लोग हैं जिनके पास आम है और वो छिलके खा रहे हैं, जिसके पास इमाम है, जिसके पास इस्लाम का सच्चा तरीका है, और वो सिर्फ अपनी शरीयत को निभाते चले जा रहे हैं और उनको अपने मजहब के बारे में कुछ भी पता नहीं है। सेम क्वेश्चन, ask yourself. You don't have to reply to me. No one is asking you. You ask yourself. If you have to prove your religion to others or our brother and sister who are in doubt, would you be able to explain to them? If your answer is no, then what are you doing? You are eating the skin of the mango and not the mango. क्योंकि सुपरफिशियली तो हमने अपने मजहब को सजा के रखा हुआ है, दुआ पढ़ना, गिनान पढ़ना, उसके मायने नहीं आते हैं। छाटा कराना, न्यास पीना, दुआ करानी, उसके पीछे क्या मतलब है वो नहीं आता है जिंदा बोल के जमात खाने में आ जाना, बैठ जाने का, उसके मायने नहीं आते हैं कि क्यों करते हैं हम ये। Is that applied to you and me? I know I'm Garib and Nachiz. Does this apply to us? Self reflection. ये हमको अपनी नफ्स पर हाथ रख के हमको पूछना है कि क्या ये हमारी बात हो रही है। मौला फरमाते हैं कि अगर आप मेरे फरमान को मानोगे और वो काम करोगे जो मैं यहाँ पर तुमको समझाना चाहता हूँ, तो तुमको ज्यादा यकीन, ईमान और खुशी हासिल होगी। You will be able to have more happiness and you will understand more. फर्दर मौला फरमाते हैं, तुम कांगा बनाते हो लेकिन पूछते हो कि कांगा के क्या मतलब है। अपने दिल में गौर करके देखो तो तुम्हें असल हकीकी खूबी का पता चले। तुम हमसे पूछो तो हम तुम्हें बताएं। तुम कश्मिश और लौंग से कांगवा भराते हो लेकिन माने नहीं समझते हो। ऐसे बातों के मुतालिक तुम्हें अपने दिल में गौर करना चाहिए। तब पंजे भाइयों ने मौला से अर्ज किया कि जमात के बड़ों को इस काम का ख्याल होना चाहिए। तब मौला ने फरमाया, जमात के बड़े अमलदार चरावे की मिसाल हैं, लेकिन उस खूबी का छोटों को ज्यादा ध्यान रखना चाहिए। उनको जमात के बहुत से काम करने होते हैं, छोटों को ज्यादा ध्यान रखना चाहिए। तुम हमारे छोटे मुरीद हमें कहते हो कि ये काम बड़ों के हैं, लेकिन ऐसा नहीं है। आप अपने आप में होशियारी और ईमान पैदा करें। I love this paragraph and this line. You know how after every session someone asks, well, we were never taught that. Our Mukhi Kamriya, our ALWAAZ never teaches us that. We are trying to shift the blame on our elders and amaldars. कितनी मरतबा हम कहते हैं कि हमको तो ये जमात आने में कभी नहीं सिखाया, हमको नया स्कूल में भी नहीं सिखाया, हमारे मुखी साहब ने हमको नहीं सिखाया, हमारे अलवाइज ने हमको नहीं सिखाया। मौला फरमाते हैं कि उनकी मिसाल शेपट की है, वो तुम्हें आगे से आगे ले जाने की कोशिश करते हैं, लेकिन तुम खुद को एफर्ट लेकर, हाज़रीन जामे में मौला ने कितनी मरतबा हमको फरमाया, पर्सनल सर्च, पर्सनल सर्च, पर्सनल सर्च। 2000 खारदर के अंदर अक्टूबर के फरमान में मौला ने फरमाया, फाइंड दोस क्लासेस वेयर योर रिलीजन इज बीन टॉट। उन क्लासेस को ढूंढे कि जहां पर आपका मजहब सिखाया जाता है। find those classes where your tariqa has been taught, your religion has been taught. कितने लोग हैं इस लाइन पर इस वक्त? 100, 200? कितने लोग इस रिकॉर्डिंग को सुनेंगे बाद में? 1000, 2000? How many Ismailis are there? ये फरमान हमारे सामने है, ज्यादा पुराना भी नहीं है, हाजिर जौमे का फरमान है। आप उन क्लासेस को ढूंढे कि जहां पर आपका मजहब सिखाया जाता है। You see, Imam is guiding us, showing us, but we cannot say it's not convenient for me, so this फरमान is not for me. सुभान अल्लाह, इंशाल्लाह आप तमाम बहुत अच्छे मोमिनीन हैं और आपने अच्छी तरह से इस फरमान को सीखा, सुना और समझा होगा। हम इंशाल्लाह यहाँ से कंटिन्यू करेंगे नेक्स्ट वीक। यहाँ पर रोकते हैं। इफ यू हैव एनी क्वेश्चन, आई एम श्योर some of us have no idea what Kangwa Barana is. This right there. What is Kangwa? This ceremony. I'm sure we will have this question. In our previous Jama, I don't know if Hazri Imam have ever done this. I don't know if this ritual is still done. There are a lot of rituals in our tariqa. मुझे नहीं पता है कि कांगवा का मतलब कितने हमारे सुनने वालों को यहाँ पर पता है। Especially anyone who's under 40 year of age or 50 year of age may not know what कांगवा is. क्योंकि पहले के जमाने में, पिछले जामे के दौर में, जब हम बहुत करीब होते थे इमाम के और इमाम छोटी छोटी जमातों के साथ हफ्ते हफ्ते बैठकर हमारे तरीके के काम, सेरेमोनीज को अंजाम देते थे, तब की ये बात थी। आज मुझे नहीं पता कि हाजिर जौमे ने कभी भी ये काम किया है। अगर किया है तो नाचीज को इसका इल्म नहीं है। बहुत सारी सेरेमोनीज के अंदर कांगवा और एक और सेरेमनी है कि जहां पर आप अपना सब कुछ दे देते हैं मौला को, शायद उसको सरमंदी कहते हैं। कांगवा जो है वो रीटेक ऑफ अ बैयत का एक सेरेमनी है। इन योर ओल्डर एज, when imam is present, you take a memani and you present to Mala Bapa and you retake your oath by saying that tan, man or dan I have given all to you. Rest of my life is for you. The reiteration of our bayat, reaffirming of our promise to the Imam Zaman. यानी कि आप जाकर इमाम को कहते हैं कि आज के बाद मेरा तन मन धन आपका, और अपनी बैयत को दोबारा से इमाम की तरफ ले जाते हैं एक मेहमानी को पेश करते हुए। इमाम आपकी मेहमानी को कबूल करते हुए कहते हैं और पूछते हैं कि क्या तुम इसका मतलब समझ रहे हो, कि क्या मतलब है कि आज के बाद तुम्हारा तन मन और धन सब मेरा। ऐसा नहीं कि इमाम टेक्स एवरीथिंग फ्रॉम यू, बट you are offering Imam. You know, we say things, but we don't mean it. How many times we say, Ya Mola, my tan man dhan is yours? How many times do we say that? And how many times when it comes to tan, physical service, man, keeping our heart toward the Imam, and done all our money on the way of Imam. How many times do we do that? We say it all the time. I know this is a very, very basic understanding of each and every Ismaili that our tan man dhan is yours, Mola Baba. How many times do we mean it? And I'll give you an example. I'm not going to be shy about this. How much time do we give to the Imam? Do we even give 3 hours, which is required of us, to the Imam? What about the Imam says 2 hours a day, you must pay attention to your mazhab, read books, understand your tariqah. How many times have we given this 2 hours to the Imam? We just said tan man dhan. Okay, no problem. We don't have a time. Who has 5 hours to give to Imam? Forget about the tan. How about man? How are our attention toward the Imam? Imam say every 5 seconds, every minute, whenever you have a chance, remember me, remember me, remember me. Have we kept our man, our mind in this form and fashion? क्या हमने अपना ध्यान इमाम के फरमान के मुताबिक उसकी तरफ रखा? तन नहीं दिया, मन दिया? अच्छा चले, वो भी टाइम नहीं है हमारे पास. We are too busy. What about done? We have earned, we have so much money. Ismaili Jamaat is much richer today than ever in history. Much, much richer money-wise, dunya-wise, today than ever in the history. Okay, so how much money out of our earning or our saving or our state that we have? How much are we giving? Are we giving, let's say, हम सब अच्छे इस्माइली है, हम सारा 12% 10 डालते हैं. Are we giving at least another 12.5% to the charity? Challenge yourself. You don't have to answer. You don't have to tell me or anyone. You do not owe me any explanation. This is self-reflection. Are we giving at least another 12.5% of our earning, our saving, or our estate, whatever shape and form wealth we have? Ask yourself. We are almost end with the February of 2022. In last 2 months, last 60 days, how many Ismaili brother and sister I have helped? That's how you will know if you are doing it or not. Tan man dhan. We say it superficially. Are we doing it? That is the challenge. Individual challenge, okay? Imam, in this Diamond Jubilee, I know at least in Houston, Farman, Mullah says that we must reach out to our brother and sister in the third world country. They are your extended family. They need your help, time and knowledge, and of course, money. Have we reached out to any of them? And this Farman is almost what, 3-year-old now? At least 3-year-old? 2018, 19, 20, 21. We know at least 3, and by March it'll be 4-year-old Farman. Or are we saying, oh, this Farman is not for me? How about you follow this Farman? Because this is not convenient for me. Self-reflection. Self-reflection. G, do we have any other question or comments?
Subhanallah, 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 sir. पहला क्वेश्चन है
Can you please explain nafs wahida that you mentioned, please?
जी, nafs wahida is called in English single soul. Or I will try to give you different concepts of nafsun wahida. First of all, the Quranic reference is Surah Nisa, Surah number 4, ayat number 1. Nafsun wahida. All of the humans are from one single soul. We are the copies and the shadow of that one soul. Second understanding. The same soul which was breathed into the Adam. We are all children of Adam. Therefore, we are all from that one single soul which was breathed into the Adam. Number 3. Everything is encompassed in Imam, and Imam's single soul. Since we are all encompassed in Imam, we are from that one single soul of the Imam. And I will give you one more understanding after this. पहले मैं उर्दू के अंदर बता दूं कि क्या बात हो रही है. हमारा क्वेश्चन है कि क्या मतलब है नफ्सुन वाहिदा. नाचीज ने 3 एग्जाम्पल दी, 3 अंडरस्टैंडिंग. एक कि नफ्सुन वाहिदा का मतलब यह है कि हम तमाम एक ही रूह का, तमाम इंसान एक ही रूह की कापियां हैं, शेडोज हैं. एक असल रूह है और हम सब उसकी कापियां और उसकी शेडो है. सेकंड, वो रूह जो आदम के अंदर फूकी गई थी और हम बनी है आदम के हिसाब से, उस एक रूह के औलाद और कापियां हैं. तीसरा, जब हम कहते हैं वकुल्ले शैइन असनाउफी इमाम मुबीन, हम इमाम के अंदर इमाम की रूह के हिस्से और कापियां हैं. हम एक ही सिंगल सोल हैं. इसलिए मौला फरमाते हैं कि यू आर ऑल ब्रदर एंड सिस्टर फ्रॉम द वन सिंगल सोल as the children of the Imam, the soul of the Imam, the soul of the Adam, the one single soul. इसलिए हमको आपस में एक दिल होने की ताकीद की गई. आखिरी अंडरस्टैंडिंग, as a human in the world of creation, it is a multiplication. इंसान के नाते से आलम खल्क में जिद्दत है, फैलाव है. But at the highest level, at the level of the Nur and the Imam and the soul, we are always were, are, and will be one single soul of the Imam. आलम खलकत में बहुत ज्यादा जिद्दत है, फैलाव है, लेकिन ऊपर के मकाम पर, नूर के मकाम पर, रूह के मकाम पर, और जब इमाम की हम बात करते हैं तो हम सब उसके अंदर समोए हुए हैं, उसकी एक ही रूह के अंदर, और हम तमाम उसकी कापियां हैं. I hope this not only answer your question, then some in much more detail. जी.
Subhanallah, subhanallah.
और ये नफ्स रिवायत उसका भी मतलब वही होता है क्या?
I'm sorry, क्या
नफ्स
फरमाया
रिवायत का आपने जिक्र किया था, नफ्स रिवायत, इसके बारे में कुछ बोले थे आज? रिवायत का कोई मतलब होता है?
नहीं, मुझे नहीं पता है ये क्या.
रिवायत
Re-
रिवायत
ट्रेडिशन है शायद,
Tradition?
लेकिन शायद
यानी
आप
मेरे
और
सुनने
कुछ
में
बोलना
शायद
चाह रहे हैं, और कुछ
मेरे
बोलना चाह
सुनने में
रहे हैं।
शायद फर्क होगा, नफ्स से रिवायत ऐसा कुछ मैं सुना, ऐसा मुझे लगता है, मगर शायद सुनने में गलती होगी मेरी,
ओके
सॉरी।
जी, नो प्रॉब्लम। जी नेविल
दूसरा
साहब।
सवाल कांगवा से रिलेटेड है जो आपने ऑलरेडी आंसर किया है, तो
जी
हम आगे बढ़ते हैं। ये सवाल डायरेक्टली इस क्लास से रिलेटेड नहीं है, लेकिन ये पहले भी पूछा गया है। We start the tasbih or zikr with ya or al. What is the difference, like Ya Rahman versus Ar Rahman?
सुभान
Is
अल्लाह।
that bowl starts with al and the regular Giryazai tasbih starts with ya?
Okay, so I'm going to answer this in two different ways. That way we don't stumble upon the bowl or the Isme Azam. Okay, so I'm going to explain this in two different ways. Ya normally is said when you feel someone was too far away. Listen to this very carefully. So let's say if you wanted to call your friend and he's a little bit further than you would say what? Oh, you, come here. You scream louder, and sometimes you may call him, oh, you, because he's so far away to call. When you feel that Imam is far away, and remember, I'm going to answer you two different ways. Ya is used when there is a distance between the human and the Noor. When you feel that distance, the ya is used, and you are right. Normally for the tasbih, Ya Rahman, Ya Rahim is used, because tasbihat are those wings which will take you closer to the being, the Imam, Noor, to the center, to the origin. So we use the vehicle of Ya, calling. Al is normally used for the when you're having one-on-one conversation. When you feel that closeness, then that is the Rahman, the Rahim, Al Rahman, Al Rahim, जब हम करीब से किसी से बात करते हैं. और अमूमन normally this is used for इसमें आजम. अगर आप कुरान के अंदर से कोई एक वर्ड उठाते हैं, फॉर एग्जाम्पल या रहमान या रहीम, तो वो या रहमान और या रहीम होगा. लेकिन यही वर्ड जब इमाम आपको इनायत फरमाते हैं आपके बोल के तौर पर, तो वो अल रहमान और अल रहीम होगा. आखिरी जवाब, या इज द जेनेरिक, अल इज द पर्टिकुलर. जी.
Subhanallah, Subhanallah. Next question hai. So when Maulana Hazir Imam said, today I place my hand on the shoulders of every murid, would that be similar as Kangwa?
We could say that, but remember the Kangwa, Sarmandi, Bayat, Memani. If you take those four, is a two-way street. You are pledging something, for example, Memani, and Imam accepting that Memani, two-way conversation, two-way action, two-way understanding, two-way promise. When Imam say, I place my hand on your shoulder and I'm going to give you a really good example so you can visualize and understand. I'm going to take the example of you and your children. Sometime you tell your child, come here, let me give you a hug. And your child goes back and says, I don't like you, mom. I don't want a hug. And he runs away. Take this example. Imam is like our loving mother. She wanted to bless us. But what are we doing? Where is our action in return? Are we hugging back? Are we accepting that blessing? Or are we like that child who says, Mom, I'm too old now for you, and he runs away? I hope you understand this example. We are like those children who are not understanding the love of the mother, and in return she is giving us a love one way. We are not accepting that love. So Imam's hand on our shoulder is exactly like mother and the son, mother and the children, but let's make it two-way, because two-way then it would be just like any other ceremony. Kangwa, Sarmandi, Memani, Bayat. Those four is a two-way promise and conversation. G.
Subhanallah, sir, Subhanallah. यहाँ पर एक सवाल है जो हम I think last class में हमने अली अल्लाह की बात की थी, उससे थोड़ा related है. सवाल है, this point of contention that other Muslims have is the concept of shirk. Ali Sahi Allah. How do we argue out this with them, especially since our present Imam has indicated that this would be blasphemous?
All right. So let's say if we can correct this ill concept. What did I say? Let's correct this ill concept. क्योंकि अकीदे के अंदर मसला है, सवाल के अंदर नहीं. अकीदे के अंदर मसला है. First of all, we do not need to explain Ali Allah to any other non-Ismaili. Didn't we just read the Farman? Did we not just understand the Farman? That there are things which we talk amongst ourselves. Example, would you be able to give me your account number, your social security number, your driving license number, and your passport, and the combination to your locker? Would you give that to me? No, you will not, because that is your personal. You keep that in your family, correct? Ali Allah is personal between you and your Imam and within the tariqah, our family. We do not give this to the others. I hope you understood the example, because first we must correct our ill concept. So first answer, we do not discuss this outside. It is not for them. Second, because you use word shirk. What is shirk? Shirk, when you add someone to the other, that is called shirk. You know, sometimes in our language we said, do not compare this to me. Sometimes when we fight with our brother and sister, or when we fight with our friends, says, I cannot compare you to me. That comparison is a shirk. Because our belief is, and because we know it, two things. Because our belief is, and because we know it. If you don't have one of them, please do not call Ali Allah. Because we believe Imam is the Noor of Allah, so we call him Ali Allah. Because we know the proof from the Quran that Imam is the Allah, so we call him Ali Allah. So where is the shirk now? There is no shirk. But remember, believe and know, then call him Ali Allah. If you would tell this to others outside the Ismaili Tariqah, either they will not believe or they will not know. They may be missing both of those. Why would you tell them about Ali Allah? You would not share your bank locker key and combination with others, would you? This is our secret, our treasure, our key and lock. Why would we give this to others? Ji.
सुभान अल्लाह, सुभान अल्लाह। यहाँ पर एक साथी का सवाल है, आपने पहले इस सवाल के ऊपर जवाब दिए हैं। चूंकि साथी ने पूछा है तो नाचीज इसको आपके लिए पढ़ती है। Can ibadat of 4 a.m. be done at home same as if you go to Jamaat Khana? Sometimes due to circumstances cannot go to Jamaat Khana. Okay, that's the question, sir.
Yes. Answer is yes. Am I saying this or Imam is saying this? If you read Imam's Farman very closely, you will see that ibadat is done inside here. There are 3 kinds of Jamaat Khana. A brick and mortar, the one in your area. There is a one personal Jamaat Khana within yourself. And then the actual living Jamaat Khana is Imam himself. The Jamaat Khana in your area was the example to dive into yourself Jamaat Khana. And then going into yourself Jamaat Khana was a symbol to get to the living Jamaat Khana of the Imam. What does Isme Azam in Ibadat do? It connects you between the physical Jamaat Khana in your area to your Jamaat Khana in your heart, and eventually the destination, the manzil was the Imam. ये सवाल जो है बहुत ही अच्छा है कि क्या हम घर में बैठ के इबादत कर सकते हैं? ऑफ कोर्स हम कर सकते हैं, क्यों नहीं कर सकते हैं? अगर हमारी अंडरस्टैंडिंग है, अगर हम इसको समझते हैं, so I'm going to go and flip this question around. चलो हम जमात खाने जाते हैं, लेकिन जमात खाने की कोई अंडरस्टैंडिंग नहीं है, हमें गोल पता नहीं है, तो क्या जमात खाने की इबादत अच्छी है? अगर हम नहीं समझते हैं तो नहीं। My brother and sister, our religion is the religion of batin. ये इमाम का फरमान हमने पढ़ा है, सुना है, बार बार पढ़ा है, बार बार सुना है। हमारा मजहब बातीन का है, जाहिर का नहीं है, जाहिर का नहीं है। वो चीज, वो एक्शन जो आप समझ के करते हैं, समझ के करते हैं, वो बेहतर है, अनलेस कि आप समझते ही नहीं है कि जमात खाना क्या है, तो फिर आप अपने ब्रिक एंड मोटर एरिया के जमात खाने में जाएं या ना जाएं, इबादत करें या ना करें, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता है। लेकिन अगर आप अपने तरीके को, अपनी इस्मे आज़म को, अपनी इबादत को समझते हैं, तो फिर आप रेगिस्तान में हो, प्लेन में सफर करते हो, घर में बैठे हो, व्हाट अबाउट दोस पीपल हु वर्क एट नाइट? आप अपने ऑफिस में कहीं कॉर्नर में बैठकर इबादत करते हो, If you understand, then that is the ibadat you should be looking for and performing. Ji.
Subhanallah, sir. Subhanallah. दूसरा सवाल है, can you please elaborate categories and types of personal search?
Category तो मेरे को पता नहीं है, लेकिन I can elaborate a little bit on personal search. The example which was given during the Farman. And what was that example? Especially for those of us who have come to America or Canada or gone to any other country. Before we left Africa, India, Pakistan, wherever we are from, Bangladesh, Iran, Iraq. What did we do first? We did some personal search in the country we are about to migrate, correct? We did some personal search. Did you go to Mukhi Sahib and Tariqa Board or ALWAAZ and said, I'm going to America. Could you tell me something about America? Where I'm going to work? What food I'm going to eat? What culture I'm going to adopt? Did you go to Mukhi Sahib for that? You did not. What did you do? You did your personal search. So now we understand the word personal search. Something that you do to improve and elevate yourself. For the personal elevation and improvement, we did the search of the country we were going to. That is personal search that Imam is asking us to do for the country and the place that we are about to go after we die. Have we done our personal search of our tariqah? What about of the other place on other side? Have you done personal search? Do you know what is waiting for you on other side? Have you done personal search? What is the Noor? Have you done personal search? What is Imam? How Imam is Imam? Have you done personal search? What is the batin of our tariqah? Have you done your personal search? Personal search is something that you say that because I want to know about ABC, I'm going to do anything and everything in my power to find out. That is personal search. G.
Subhanallah, Subhanallah. सर चैट में और कोई सवाल नहीं है अभी। अगर किसी साथी के पास कोई सवाल है तो आप अनम्यूट कर सकते हैं।
सर मेरा सवाल है, यारी मदद।
या अली मदद।
सवाल हाँ, मेरा सवाल ये है कि आपने ये बोला कि फरमान के हिसाब से इमाम सुल्तान मुशा का फरमान बोला कि जो लीडर होते हैं वो जो है वो शेपर्ड होते हैं जो आगे चलाते हैं, लेकिन हम देखते हैं कि कभी कभार शेपर्ड जो है वो लोगों को गलत राह पे ले जाते हैं। मिसाल के तौर पर एक मिसाल देता हूँ, आपने बहुत पहले ये मिसाल दी थी जो यहाँ पे फिट होती है बेसिकली। 24 अगस्त या अक्टूबर का 2015 का फरमान, जिसके अंदर में इमाम हाजिर इमाम ने बोला था कि मेरी प्रिंस रहीम के यहाँ बेटा पैदा होने वाला है, जब वो 3 महीने की प्रेगनेंसी में थी। और उनको उस वक्त जो है वो मुहर्रम का महीना पहला दिन होने वाला था और उस वक्त बोला था हाजिर इमाम ने खुशी मनाओ, लेकिन उन्होंने जो है वो खुशी की जगह पर उन्होंने बोला नहीं, 40 दिन बाद वो खुशी मनाई गई थी। तो यहाँ पर वो किस तरीके से इसको हम यूटिलाइज करेंगे?
बहुत अच्छा क्वेश्चन है, very good question. So my friend is saying that sometimes the shepherd or the leaders will take you on the wrong path. Before we go and answer this question, I would like to make this statement that remember, they are doing their best. They are doing their best. So this is not to blame on anyone, or we are not pointing our finger toward anyone. We are not criticizing anyone. We are not. This is just for our learning and understanding. And that is that sometime, because of their understanding, their own learning, their own way of doing things. And we can take some example. When our children come to us, our friend comes to us, our family comes to us, and they say, could you guide me? And what do we say? Well, this is what I know. This is what I know. If you do A, B, C, you will be okay. At the end, what do we tell them? Also go do some of your own personal research and make sure this is what you want to do. Don't we say that to our children, our friends, our family when they come for advice? So the answer to your question is that they said what they understood, so we cannot criticize them. But what did you and I do? That is important. आपने क्या किया और मैंने क्या किया, वो ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है कि उन्होंने क्या बोला. कलेक्टिवली उन्होंने जो भी किया वो उन्होंने किया, जो वो समझे वो उन्होंने बोला. इंडिविजुअली हमने क्या किया? क्या आप जमात से बाहर निकलकर कहीं से केक खरीदा, कहीं से दूध लिया, कहीं से शरबत बनाया, जाकर घर पे आपने सेलिब्रेट किया? इमाम के फरमान के मुताबिक इमाम की खुशी के अंदर आप शामिल हुए? That is the question. Personal search, individual search. So अगर शेपर्ड को रास्ता पता नहीं है तो हमें इमाम ने इजाजत दी है कि you have intellect and our तरीका is of the intellect. You follow your intellect. Same example. अगर मैं आपका दोस्त हूं, मैं आपको बोलता हूं कि ये धंधा बहुत अच्छा है और आपको पता है ये धंधा अच्छा नहीं है, आप कभी भी नहीं करेंगे, कभी भी नहीं करेंगे वो धंधा. क्यों? कि आपको पता है कि वो धंधा अच्छा नहीं है. You see? So when and if they ever guide you toward the wrong path, it is on you and you only to understand the Farman and follow the Farman. Your soul is with you and their soul is with them. We cannot point finger at them. I think I made very clear what not to do and what to do. Ji.
Subhanallah, Subhanallah.
याली मदद अजीज भाई,
जी याली मदद.
ये एक सवाल इस बहुत परेशान करता है मेरे को, एंड इट इज क्वाइट सीरियस कि there are many Ismailis when we try to explain about Ali Allah. There are many explanations. They will say nahi, Ali Allah nahi hai, and it bothers me a lot. तो वो मकसद है किस तरह से हम एक्सप्लेन करें, क्योंकि ये लोग बताते हैं कि भाई देखो फिर मौलाना हजमाम जब ये कहते हैं अल्फ्रेड टू अल्लाह, सो व्हाई अली अल्लाह, ये बहुत परेशान करता है. एंड इट इज विद इन माई फैमिली एंड आई डोंट नो. आई शुक्र है हकीकती समझ अल्लाह ने मुझे दी है, लेकिन मुझे परेशानी ये है कि मैं
अच्छा, तो
कैसे मैं
यहाँ पर
एक्सप्लेन
अपने स्टेटमेंट को आपने खुद ने ही गलत कर दिया. आपको अच्छी समझ अल्लाह ने दी है कि अली अल्लाह ने दी है? पहले उसका
अली
फैसला हो
अल्लाह,
जाए.
हाँ नहीं माफ कीजिएगा, अली अल्लाह ने दी है.
अच्छा,
अली
चले. I just wanted to make this even a little bit lighter. I can see how serious you are. And couple of ways. Iman, we cannot force on anyone. ईमान ऐसी चीज नहीं है कि जो किसी के ऊपर फोर्स की जाए. You cannot, and you will not be able to force someone to believe in Ali Allah. And I'll give you a few examples. Try to have a Hindu believe in Quran. You cannot force them, can you? All right. Take a Muslim other than Ismaili. You cannot make them believe in the Imam, can you? You cannot. So why don't you force Hindu to believe in Quran? Why don't you force Muslim to believe in Imam? What would you say? Well, अगर उनको यकीन नहीं है तो मैं क्या करूं? You leave them to be, right? Hazrat Imam Salatullah alayhi in the Golden Jubilee San Antonio Farman says, you explain to them once, you explain to them twice, you explain to them thrice, and then leave them to be. It is not your duty. No one has commanded you or assigned you a duty to force your belief on others. You should not do that, and that is not correct. Your Iman is your Iman. Their Iman is their Iman. Now, Rabia, I understand you are talking about having a conversation, a debate, a constant argument within the family regarding the Ali Allah. So how do I handle that? That is your question now. Easy. You tell them your belief, your Iman is with you, my belief and my Iman is with me. You are answerable to your soul and your Allah, whatever you want to call him, and I am answerable to my Allah, my Imam. The second part of your question was that Imam says, I will pray, and Imam also says, Inshallah, Allah willing. This part is very beautiful. Matter of fact, if you have Wajideen, Pir Nasir Khusro explained this in his book about 1,000 years ago. He writes, when Imam says, I pray to my Noor, not in this word, I'm not quoting Pir Nasir Khusro. I'm just explaining what he's trying to say in his book. And when he say Inshallah, he is referring to his Noor-e Ilahi as a human, a embodied Imam. जब इमाम कहते हैं कि इंशाल्लाह मैं आपके लिए दुआ मांगता हूं, तो वो अपने नूर की तरफ इशारा करते हैं, आपको बताते हैं कि देखो मैं as a body embodied human, I have a Noor Ilahi in me, and I am referring to my Noor that he will do good for you. I'm going to give you a very, very childish example, but inshallah this will help you understand. You know, sometimes we say, मैं दिल से बोल रहा हूं तुमको. We heard of this saying, right? कि मैं दिल से तुमको बोलता हूं. That's what Imam is saying. With my Noor, I'm praying for you. So I believe this completes your question and answer.
सुभान अल्लाह सर, इसी सवाल को अगर आप थोड़ा सा और इलाबोरेट कर सके. साथी का सवाल है, व्हाट अबाउट आवर बिलीफ एंड इंक्रीजिंग बिलीफ फॉर आवर चिल्ड्रन अबाउट अली अल्लाह.
The answer would be almost same. Almost same. So I will add one more point. When your children are small, meaning when they are growing up, you know, with so much sadness in my heart, it makes me really, really sad when I meet an Ismaili and I did. Few years back, I was in Karachi. Very unfortunate, within my own family, further cousins, and I was speaking, and with my habit is constantly saying Ali Allah. So I was saying, Ali Allah, tu ye kya karti hai? And she said, what did you just said? What is this Ali Allah? What does that mean? So I was explaining to her what Ali Allah is. She looked at to her mom and dad and says, I've never heard of this term. She was there to get married. She was almost 25-year-old. One of the daughter of my cousins. She looked at her mom and dad says, I never heard of this term, Ali Allah. They have never used that term Ali Allah in their family. She never heard of it. 25 years old. So what did the parents do to her? Let me tell you what they did to her. They never confirmed and affirmed her belief in the Imam. They taught her physical religion. They taught her Shariat of our tariqah. They never taught her the batin, the nur, the Imam of our tariqah. To answer your question, this is my point. When your children are small, from the get-go, from the very early childhood, when you're teaching them ABCD, teach them about Ali Allah. Teach them that your Imam is the Nur and he is the Allah, Ali Allah. How? Because he has the Nur. And this is how I would teach a 3, 4, 5, 6-year-old. That my son, my daughter, in your treasure box, you hide your money, your pocket money I give you. You know how you hide in your treasure box, in your piggy bank? Allah has hidden his Nur in the Imam. That's why we call him Ali Allah. Shh, that's our secret. That Allah is hiding within the Imam. The Nur-e-Ilahi is in the Imam. And that is our secret. That's how you teach your children. Affirm and give them this belief early on. You will have no problem when they grow up. But those family, unfortunately, who do not believe themselves, how can they teach others? G.
Sir,
जी अजीज भाई
follow-up question.
एक चीज मेरे को पूछना था कि ना ओनली थिंग इज आई टुक द डिसीजन कि भाई इंपोजिशन नहीं बट मैं सिर्फ ये दुआ में मांगती कि अल्लाह मौला तो इन लोग को सबको हकीकती समझ दे
ठीक है, परफेक्ट,
तो मैंने बस मौला पर छोड़ दिया है सब कुछ.
वेरी गुड.
अच्छा, और 2 वीक पहले आपने मुझे अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह की शफा का जो आपने मुझे बताया था कि वो पढ़ते रहा करो. इफ यू रिमेम्बर कि आई सेड आई शफा कैसे मिलती है. जी, अगर आपको याद है 2 वीक पहले आपने मुझे बताया था. आई डिड दैट एंड इट मेड वंडर्स फॉर मी.
शुक्र अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह. It is Imam's mercy. This Garib and Nachis is nobody and nothing. It's totally Imam's mercy on you.
लेकिन it helped me 90%.
शुक्र मौला 100% मदद करेगा.
मौला आपको मौला सुखी आबाद रखे, आपको दीन और
आमीन 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 आमीन. शुक्र अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह.
थैंक यू.
साहब आप कुछ फरमा रहे थे?
जी सर, यहाँ पे फॉलो अप क्वेश्चन है. जैसे आपने फरमाया कि बच्चे जब छोटे होते हैं तो साथी जो है वो कंसर्न है कि अब हमने ये मिस्टेक कर ली है ऑलरेडी और हमारे बच्चे अगर बड़े हैं तो उनके लिए क्या किया जाए.
It is very concerning. It is very hard that when you teach them something other than what your belief is, then it is really hard to teach, especially if they are over the age of 16, 18, and 20. If they are logical and if they are good with you and if they believe you, then there is still one last chance. During the sitting conversation, and this is what I would do, okay? You can try that. Inshallah, it would work. You know, you tell your children when they come to you, say, Dad, I want to go to so and so college. Mom, I wanted to do so and so thing. How do you teach them? How do you guide them? How do you advise them? You tell them, this is my belief that this is right and this is wrong. Just like that, when you have a religious conversation with your children, sit them down and say, you know, when you were children, I forgot to mention, or I was not confident enough. Admit yourself first. I was not confident enough, or I did not have enough knowledge and information regarding one subject of our tariqah, and that is Imam being Ali Allah. So let me tell you, I learned from the Ginan, from the Farman, and from the Quran. And today I believe, and I have enough knowledge about it, and you can give them the references from the Quran, Ginan, and Farman. Make sure you have that in your hand. For example, 1945 Farman of Sultan Muhammad Shah. For example, the Ginan, where it talks about Ali Allah. For example, the Quran, Ayah Kursi, Surah Hadith number 3. Have those references handy and said, I did some research for myself and I learned, so I'm sharing with you. You go and do your own personal search. If you believe, it is your to keep. If you do not believe, no problem. I'm just sharing with you what I have learned. And then you live it as per Imam Farman. You leave them to be. It's not that hard. Inshallah, Ali Allah is with you. Ji.
Subhanallah. Sir, एक सवाल है. Can you elaborate on deep belief in Imam? This was mentioned many times. So how do we become true Imani?
Just like anything and everything else, everything is on a step. Even the Iman is on a step, gradually. So initial Iman is what? Initial Iman is the blind faith. That we believe Imam is Ali Allah, there's a blind faith. Our tariqah is the true religion of Islam, a blind faith. So how did you go to the second step? You study. You did some personal search. You learned, you read the books. You learned the Quran. You learned the Ginan. You learned the Farman. Step by step. And then what did you do? You brought that into the practical. Like my sister was just saying. She brought this ayat to the practical, and now she has more peace because what she believed in, she did it. She brought it into the practical. So the three level of Iman we know: ilmul yaqeen, the certainty of knowledge; ainul yaqeen, certainty of eyes, believe in practical. You can see yourself. Then ilmul yaqeen, ainul yaqeen, and haqqul yaqeen become one with thee, so you know there is no doubt. The example that I love to use and I have given many times on these sessions, if I tell you there is a water outside this door, there is a water There is the ocean, there is a river just outside this door. You have three choices. You can believe me, and that would be the end of it. What do we call that? Ilmul yaqeen. Or you can say, I believe you, but I like to see. Ainul yaqeen. What would you do? You will take the effort to open the door and look outside. What did you do? You brought it into practical. You say, I want to see it for myself. If you don't believe in Allah, why don't you do some ibadat and see for yourself if Ali is Allah or not? Open the door, open your eyes, open your batin, so you can see if he is or not. Take the effort, open the door. Now you open the door and you truly see the body of water outside my door. But I have also told you the water will be blue, water is cold, and if you jump, water will drown you. When you looked outside the door, what did you confirm? You only confirmed there is a body of water. You also confirmed because you saw the water is blue. But can you tell me water is cold or not? Can you tell me the water will drown you or not? Can you tell me the water will make you wet or not? Just by looking at it. No, you cannot. So what do you have to do? You have to go to the third level. And what is the third level? You have to walk over there. And you would have to put your toe, your feet, your hand in the water to first test and see if the water is cold or hot. Then you can tell me, oh yes, you were right. Water is cold. But still you don't know if the water will drown you. So what do you have to do? You have to jump inside the water to see if it's deep enough. What about the water is only 1 feet, 2 feet, 3 feet? It will not drown you. So what do you have to do? You have to jump into the water to see if it's deep enough to drown you. You see, step, 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 step. Even within these steps, there are many other steps. After you've seen the water, you knew it was blue, but you were not done. You did not know if it was cold or not, if it will make you wet or not, if you don't know if it's deep enough to drown you or not. Steps, step, step. That is the Iman. Step by step by step. First, do you believe? Do you have enough ilm? Ilm वाली रूह दर्जा ब दर्जा ऊपर जाती है. It is the soul which has the ilmul yaqeen, will elevate and increase their ranks. जी.
सुभान अल्लाह, सुभान अल्लाह। सर, चैट में और कोई सवालात नहीं है, तो अगर साथियों के किसी के पास है सवाल तो आगे आ सकते हैं।
Let's take one last question. We are already upon hour and 45 minutes. जी.
अजीम साहब, आपको कोई सवाल है?
मेरा क्वेश्चन है अजीज भाई, आप ये क्लासेस कर रहे हो, हमको इतना इल्म दे रहे हो, हमको इतना सिखा रहे हो, तो हमारे बच्चे, हम ज्यादा तक हम जो सुनने वाले हैं वो बुजुर्ग है, ओल्डर पीपल है, तो ये जो बच्चे को ये जो इल्म अपने को lot of parents don't have time कि enough knowledge नहीं होता, तो आपको नहीं लगता कि अपनी जो religious classes है, जो formal religion तरीका बोर्ड तरफ से जो वो बुक्स वगैरह आती है और क्लासेस में वो पढ़ाते हैं, तो इसमें आपका जो essence, the way of teaching, अभी आपने बोला गिनान फरमान और वो जो यकीन पैदा करो खुदा पे by quoting these ginans and farmans and hadiths, and तो वो क्यों अपने वो फॉर्मल क्लासेस में क्यों ऐसा नहीं वो सिखाते? Don't you think they should be, the teachers or whatever, whoever creates the syllabus should be told to teach this kind of things to the young children?
I'm going to say no, they should not. And let me tell you why I would say that. This classes, the one you are in now, you have enrolled yourself in the university. This is the university level knowledge, university level teaching, and university level understanding. In one of the Imams Farman says, it is upon the parents to affirm and firm, make the iman strong in the children. It is not the job of the Mukhi Kamriya or the night school teacher. Second, that is the primary school. When your child said, Dad, I want to be a doctor, do you take him to the university, Harvard, and get admission? No. Where do you send him? You send him to primary school. You send him to secondary school. Then you send him to high school. Then you send him to community college. Then he goes to the university. Step by step by step by step. Night school REC is the example of the primary school. Jamaat Khana, Kriya, and all that is the example of the high school. They teach discipline, they teach formation, they teach gathering, they teach social skills, and all of that. Where do you find Ali Allah? According to Imam's Farman, personal search. According to Imam's Farman, find and go to those classes where your tariqah has been taught. This is Khardar 2000 October Farman. Imam have guided us. Imam have told us exactly where to find this university knowledge. You found it. And in this line, I know at least 2 of you guys are very, very young. 18, 20, 22-year-old. There are some young who have been blessed. Not very many, I agree with you. Most of us are over the age of 30, 40, 50. But there are youngsters. I try to do as much talk in English as possible so our youngster can follow. And there are many parents, there are many youngsters in Jamaat. They are looking for these lectures. If you wanted to help our young generation, share these lectures in English with them. Not today, tomorrow they will have a question, they will listen. When they come to you as a friend, as a Jamaati member, recently someone came to us about their young children in the Jamaat. We were able to help them because they came, they did personal search, they were looking for it, they were not able to find the answers, so they found the university level of knowledge. They found us, we went to them, and inshallah they were helped. And if they have more questions, they know exactly where to find us. Inshallah. Ji.
Thank you. Thank you.
Subhanallah, shukran lillah, walhamdulillah, shukran lillah, walhamdulillah.
Shukar Mullah. Shukar Mullah. So let's stop here. And then if you have any question, we can take it next week. Thank you, Nevin Sahaba. Thank you, everyone. Ya Ali Madad.
Ya Ali Madad.
Thank you.
Ya Ali Madad.
Ali Madad, thank
Ya Ali
you.
Madad. Ya Ali Madad.
Ya Ali Madad, sir. Shukr,
Ya Ali
shukr,
Madad.
alhamdulillah.
Shukar Mullah. Shukar Mullah.
Ya Ali Madad, sir.
Ya Ali Madad. Ya Ali Madad.
Ya Ali Madad.
Ya Ali Madad, sir.
Ya Ali Madad.
Mawla Ali Madad to everyone.
Ya Ali Madad. Ya Ali Madad. Ya Ali Madad. Ya Ali Madad.
Ya Ali Madad. Ya Ali Madad, મોલા તમારી બધાયની સેવા કબૂલ કરે.
Ameen.
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 Ya Ali Madad.
Ya Ali Madad. Ya Ali Madad.
God bless you.
Ya Ali Madad, sir.